So then we can move on to another big sector, which is transportation and land use. The goal in this sector is to get people out of their fossil fuel using vehicles and into public transit or non-emitting vehicles or bicycling and walking. And there were about 13 or so solutions in this section, but some of the highlights include getting Smart Train approved and built. That won't be built until 2014, so in and of itself the Smart Train isn't going to contribute a lot until right at the end of our goal window, but it does create that backbone around which we can organize a lot of land use and transportation planning, and it's actually instrumental for that purpose. And then the bike path that goes with it will help a little bit too. Some other solutions include implementing the elements of the comprehensive transportation plan that achieve this goal. And a couple of other things that we put in this sector to try to get us, more of a reduction in transportation were to implement or instate a electric car rental fleet. The goal would be 30,000 vehicles, which is incredibly ambitious, if only because there aren't that many available, in the market yet. But there's going to be a huge boom in these next few years, I think, if things continue. So getting 30,000 cars available in the county for short-term rental, that helps people make different driving decisions when they need to, use a truck or a larger vehicle, or don't want to own a car at all, or want to own one less car. There might be some other options, and other people have also suggested we consider other vehicles like electric bicycles are starting to come online a bit more, or just bicycles. Roll all that into the same sort of service. Another idea here is to transition buses to hybrid and eventually biofuel power, once we can start producing our own biofuels locally on scale. If we got the Smart Train running and organized our land use patterns around it, tried to do infill development and transit-oriented development, and we shifted people out of their cars, got the comprehensive transportation plan moving, got the electric cars online, and got the buses converted to hybrids, we'd still only be halfway to our goal. That yellow line there includes both the efficiency measures and the transportation solutions. So the transportation solutions that we could come up with, even stretching that far, don't contribute their share, their 25% share. They're a stretch and they don't get us there, and that's for all the good reasons we know why it's so hard to do this, to get away from fossil fuels as transportation. I think that hopefully the shifts we could make in this short window, 7-year window, would get us well on the way to seeing our 2050 goal, though. If we can get the train built, then we'll start to recoup, we'll start to make up time, make up emissions in the next 10 years or 20 years. So that's, so it's a slow ramp up on the transportation sector, but once that infrastructure is in place, then, and if fuel prices keep going up, that'll shift patterns. And one thing I forgot to mention in this set of solutions, we'll get to it actually in financing, is some pricing policies that, again, encourage people, once there are alternatives, encourage people out of their car because parking gets more expensive, or congestion pricing, encourages people onto the train or onto shuttles or whatever.